Hello, my name is Felipe and during today's video I'm going to talk a little bit about Brazil's pre-colonial period that happened during the first 30 years after its discovery. So at the time, Portugal didn't really see a reason why to colonize Brazil, especially because commerce at India was still highly profitable. What they did was they organized some expeditions inside Brazil's territory in order to find some silver and metal, but they didn't actually find any of that. What they did find was a tree called pau-brasil that had a red colored core that they could use to extract dye from it and use it on their cloths and sell it in Europe for a higher price. The way they obtained this tree was by bartering with the locals such as Tupi-Guaranis, a very famous indigenous tribe in Brazil. So they would exchange some gadgets such as mirrors and knives, and they would obtain the trees for themselves. Now, what happened during that time was also French presence at the Brazilian coast, and that really made Portuguese fear that the French people in Brazilian coast would actually try to obtain that territory and claim it for them. So, Portuguese king sent Martim Afonso de Souza and other 400 men into a settlement expedition where those men would come here to live in Brazil. Now, it is important also to say that none of those men were highly placed in society at the time. They were mostly thieves or people who were placed in jail, and they would send here from Brazil almost as a punishment. Now, at the end of Brazil's pre-colonial period, Portugal began experimenting with the idea of colonizing Brazil because commerce at India began to fall down because they had some conflicts with people from the area that they made trades with, Calicut. Also, the presence of French, Dutch, and Spanish and British ships at Brazilian coast began making a threat for Portuguese. Alongside with that, when Spanish people found some highly precious metals at the north, Portuguese began to think that maybe they could find some of that in Brazil as well, and all that together made them decide to end the pre-colonial period and start colonizing the country. So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you the next time.